All right, people, we're going to talk about collage. No, not college, collage. Back in the day, you used to take a lot of glue, scissors, a lot of magazines, clip, 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 and you put everything together. But this day and age, we can use the computer. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use a special free program located on the interwebs. It's called Pixlr. I'll show you how to get there, hopefully, and do a crash course on building your own collage. It's going to need lots of different things like a background, and it's going to need items in it that are small, medium, and large, and they have to interact with each other. So sit back, relax, and of course, as always, listen for that transition. All right, you can see here I'm on Pixlr. I'm going through a whole bunch of stuff. There is, ooh, man, this is really fast. So I got the background. You should have items saved in your Google Drive or on your computer. You might need a pen drive because they've made a lot of changes and I'm still getting used to it. And I don't know right now how it's going to affect your computer on your Chrome browser. But we'll figure everything out. There's more than one way to do something. So this is what I'm doing. So we have a tool here um, that is highlighted if you look in the corner there, and I can add or take away stuff. It's like masking back in Photoshop, but it's a lot easier because you don't have to do 5 or 6 different things. You can just pick brushes and you can choose whether or not you want to take away or add on to what you want. It's a great tool. I love it. It's great for making GIFs and so forth when you want no background whatsoever. You just want the image. And that's what we're doing. We're just going to cut the image out like we would like in a magazine, and we're going to paste it. But the cool thing about it, we can manipulate the size and a whole bunch of other stuff doing the computer than we did it back in the day, which is taking photos out of magazines and pasting them. So you can see here I'm adjusting the brush. You can adjust the brush up at the top. You can see here that I just hit click add or take away. It will give a description, so you can just hover over whatever item it is, and it'll give you a description of what it does. So that will help too. You can see I'm just moving stuff around. It's going really fast. I spent a lot of time on this actually. I know it's going like super duper fast. You're like, whoa, what's going on? But about 40 hours. So we're gonna pick everything to the pixels. Then we're going to go to the top and there's an inverse, and you're going to invert it so it just picks the car. And then I hit free transform under file. Now here's where I panic a little bit. Free transform under file, and I was able to tilt the car, make it smaller. And if you hold down shift, it will keep all the dimensions. Now here, I'm changing the color of this dude a little bit through filters or through color. Because I want to warm him up. He was kind of cold. Give him some purples. Because the background, I want him to match the background a little bit more. And again, we're doing the same tool that we did with the car. We're taking away, we're adding, we're changing brush sizes so we get finer details. So it's nice and crisp. We don't have too much of the old image. We just have the image that we want, which is Sasquatch here. And I'm going to get him in here, go again, transform. I'm going to make him bigger. You have a toolbar on your right, and one shows the size. It kind of shows the image as a whole. You can zoom in, zoom out, and you can move it, which I'm doing here. So I don't want his body to look empty. I want him to look like he's in the cover. And I picked the eyedropper, which is located at the bottom toolbox on the left-hand side. And I took some yellow from the sky, and now I'm just using the pen tool, and I'm adding some color in the fur. And I'm going to do it here for orange. I'm going to add some orange. So I'm trying to make it look like light is reflecting off of his fur a little bit. It would make it look like he's more part of the the background. So I'm giving a little bit of color so he matches the background a little bit better. Here I'm just looking through photos. Ooh, a Roomba. We're going to have fun with this Roomba. We're going to make it into a spaceship. So I did a different method where I used the magic wand and I start clicking around. So the brush tool, and now I'm going to go for transform. I'm going to make it longer. And then warp, so I'll make it look like it's going off in the distance. And here I screw up because on the right hand side there is something called layers. And if you don't know what layer on, you will definitely mess up and be on the wrong layer, do something wrong. But you have an undo button, and also on the right you have a history, so you can go back up and go back to where you left off without making too many more mistakes. And here I'm going to use a gradient tool so that I'm going to make it look like lights coming out. I did it wrong, then I did it right. Look at that. You want to play around with a lot of the tools. If you need help, you can always contact me, and we'll see how this goes. We're doing digital collage. We need something that interacts with it, and large, medium, and small, and a background. Enjoy.